Hey, did anybody else find it hilarious that as Lex was stitching up his face and he's putting that ice pack on because Clark just got done beating his ass. When that chick walked into the room and she was like, "Oh, it looks as though the red solar lamps didn't work, did they?" And he's like, "Yes, he was far stronger than I anticipated." I bust out laughing because there was no way he thought if I turn off all of Superman's powers and we get to scrapping one on one, just hands, that I'm definitely gonna be able to beat him because all he relies on his super strength. Lex, he's 20 years into his career. 20 years. He's been fighting other Kryptonians. He's fought Mongol. He's fought fucking Darkseid. He literally flew through the sun and punched the earth and separated two dimensions. Lex, taking away his powers weren't going to give you the upper hand that you thought it was going to give you. That man put the paws on you out there in the rain. He beat the bricks off of you. I can only assume that when he hit Clark with that two piece and he just kind of staggered back, he was like, "Oh, now that I think about it, this motherfucker is 6'2". And now that I think about it, he has super strength, which means he shouldn't have any type of muscle definition. This motherfucker is muscular." They're like, "Oh, wait a minute." At that point in time was when those words popped into his head, where he was like, "Oh, he's definitely stronger than I had initially anticipated." That boy Clark said, "Stop playing games with me. I grew up in Smallville. I was raised on a farm. I was moving barrels of hay since I was like 6 years old. You grew up in a mansion, little boy. There is no way in hell you're finna beat me in any way, shape, and form." And then the whole idea was like, "Oh, now your family sees you the way in which the world should see you." What are you talking about, sir? Like, if you've been harassing this man's family for the entire season, I would say you've been harassing this man's family for a whole season and a half. What makes you think his family wasn't just hype as hell to watch you get your ass beat? Which is exactly what happened. The second Jonathan and Jordan made it back to the house, they were like, "Yo, dad, you beat the shit out of Lex. Hey, we should all go back there and let him turn on the red solar lamps and all jump him at the same time." Like, what is it that this version of Lex sees that the rest of the universe just it just doesn't see? It's like, "Oh, I need to drag Superman down to my level." For what? Why? For what reason? Like, maybe you haven't been paying attention, but didn't you notice that all the people of Smallville are just treating Clark different? And I have to say, I am truly loving the fact that the denizens of Smallville learned, not the young, well, everybody technically, they learned that Clark is Superman. And they're keeping that secret. Like he's in the deli, or it's not really a deli. It's more like a little convenience store. He's in a convenience store, and he hears like the girl in front of him who's supposed to be ringing him up. He hears her heart beating like really really fast, and he's like, "What the hell's going on? Maybe like she's getting robbed." He starts scanning the store to see if anybody else is in there, and then Lana breaks his concentration. And then when he goes to the other farm to talk to the lady, and she's revealing the fact that, "Yeah, like we kind of know that you Superman, dog. Like a lot of us were on Main Street that day. A lot of us saw Lois's reaction, and then you disappeared for a while, and then we put two and two together and realized, oh shit, Superman grew up here. He grew up with us. He played with our kids." All the people that were being saved randomly around Smallville over the years, that was him. All the fires and natural disasters that we were protected from, that was him when he was growing up. Like, he played with my son, he played with my daughter. I used to watch him when he used to come over and spend the night, sleepovers. We went to his birthdays. His mother and his father used to go around the town helping anybody who needed help in any way, shape, or form. He has Smallville values built into him. I love the fact that Smallville rallied around Clark to keep his secret because they see him as one of them. And I like the fact that once he realized that the secret was out, he didn't go on some like big media campaign like, "Clark Kent is not Superman. Alfred, put on the bat suit. I need you to stand on that building across the street." No, he was just, I would say that to him, who's always hidden his secret, it probably felt as though it was a breath of fresh air. no longer having to keep a secret around the people that he essentially grew up around. Like, I bet money that felt absolutely fantastic. Like, once it settled it. And of course, he's dealing with his own midlife crisis now because he's actually aging, which I like. I like the fact that he's no longer the impervious god who's never going to change from being like 28 years old. That now his age is actually a little bit starting to catch up to him. No, Lois noticing that he's getting grays, no longer being as fast as he used to be. Like, he's basically on speed restriction where he can't fly and do the things that he used to do before because then his heart starts beating really, really fast and he has to take a break. That's cool. I like that. I thought I was going to hate that dynamic in some way, shape, or form. I do not hate that dynamic at all. Like, I like that he's mortal now. He's going to be shifting more into, let's say, what was that Superman story? He's going to be shifting more into I can see the damn story, but no, not Superman Red Sun. What the hell would I think Superman Red Sun? I'm thinking of, good God, I forgot the name of it. It's what James Gunn is basing his Superman on, his Superman legacy movie on. It's Justice League Kingdom Come. He's basing his he the like the him aging is essentially based on that version of Superman from Kingdom Come, where we see him age and we see him get older, but he's getting older at like a slower rate, but he's still aging to the point where he looks as though he's in the age group with both Bruce and Diana, even though Diana is damn near a fucking god. I love it. I love that dynamic for Superman. I even love the fact that they brought back Sarah and she's not annoying anymore. I think that one of the things the CW does really bad with regulars is for the female love interest regular. The CW always has a way of making them annoying because they attach the character's personality to that of the hero without allowing the character to basically go off on the side and grow. Well, absolutely love the fact that Sarah's basically realizing I don't have to stay in Smallville my entire life. I can get out of Smallville. I can go see the world. I can go do other things, other places, and then every once in a while I can come back and say what's up to my mom. And I like the fact that Jordan and Jonathan are the two that are like, you trying to go on vacation like right now? Pick her up, zoom off, because like they're all friends. I like that dynamic. That dynamic is great. That's fixing an issue that I had with Sarah's character for the longest time, where her character was only there for either being the love interest or there for essentially being the love interest. What's the word? It's essentially where the character is the love interest, but they're also there for the love interest tension, where oh, I'm in love with the character. Oh, but it's really, really difficult to be in love. So I'm gonna try and date somebody else, and that's gonna cause drama. So I might cheat on the character a little bit, but then the character's gonna forgive me. That type of stuff. I love when you move a character outside of that realm. You give the character their own personality, their own path to grow. It's one of the reasons why season one Iris in the Flash is leagues ahead of the versions of Iris that we got after around season 3, where the character just started going on a downward trajectory because they didn't know what to do with her. I think the best thing that ever happened to a lot of the mainstay characters from the first few seasons is downgrading them from a series regular to a guest, basically, or a recurring character, because now you can actually write a trajectory of growth for the character, because a lot of the time the character is just not going to be there. It's like, oh, well, what's going on with the character? Oh, she's in Star City studying at Star Labs or whatever. Oh, what's going on with this character? Oh, they're in another dimension doing whatever. Oh, what's happening with this character? Oh, they're over there doing such and such and studying blah blah blah. That's great. Absolutely love that type of shit. But this was a fantastic episode. This series, in my opinion, is going to go down as the best thing that the CW was able to produce. A lot of people will sit back and they'll go, well, what about season 2 of Arrow? What about season 1 and season 2 of Flash? That's cool. But those are seasons within an entirety of a show. Whereas I think that this show, from start all the way to its finale, was fantastic. It's a beautiful ride throughout. And then of course we still got things that we need to wrap up. We still gotta go. We gotta go find and fight Doomsday. We've got to go over here and we've got to find and fight Lex one more time. And then there's a question on whether or not Tal Rowe is ever going to come back, since his character technically went to the Bizarro world to basically live there and act as that world's new version of Superman. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. I know I haven't been around for a bit. I had to take some time off, just get away from content creation and focus on mental health. Get back in the right headspace again. Not only to make videos, but just to basically do anything in life. And I'm here to tell you right now, coffee helps. Coffee helps a lot. And also being able to basically learn how to pace yourself in a way where you find a really, really good work life content creation balance, where one isn't absolutely consuming the other ones and causing you to be just, across the board absolutely fucking miserable. But let me know what you guys think about this episode of Superman and Lois. Comment down below and I will catch you in the next one. All right, peace.